What up, people? It's your boy, Master Judy, out here with another comic review. So today we're doing Nightwing, The New Order, number 3. I regret not even having the second issue. Couldn't review that, but in a blessing in disguise, I got Murder Machine and I got into the Metal series. So let's get into this. First of all, the cover, very propagandist. Obviously, dealing with the story, you have Nightwing, Batwoman, and Red Robin, Tim Drake, carrying the flag and saying that men and women were meant to walk, not fly. Intriguing. So let's get into this. We wake up in the cover and we see that this is Batwoman, and she gets a call. Uh, Basically, her lieutenant, notifies of the situation that Dick Grayson's been captured and the son has been detained with the doctors like you asked. And she's like, okay, good. She's leaving, and she'll be Gotham within 2 hours. And then he basically informs her that Alfred was killed in the raid on Dick Grayson's house, to which she's shocked. So she basically tells the commander right here, her lieutenant, saying that make sure Dick has everything, whatever he needs, and stays comfortable, and do not turn into a disaster. It's like, beyond that, do not engage him, do not question him, nothing else until I get there, do you understand? And he's like, and she's like, nothing else until I get there. Tell me you understand those words. And then she's like, I understand. Good. But then he's like, screw it. He's going in for the questioning. So he goes in at the interrogation saying that he's got off the phone with Catherine Kane, that she'll be here. So, and he asks me if he wants anything. And he basically tells him that if you're wondering, Michael Holtz, who is basically Mr. Terrific, didn't rat him out. He's got bigger problems. Then we see that. You're probably going to be tried for harboring an illegal metahuman, stripped of your job, your title, the headlines, the press isn't going to waste. The press isn't going to write. Oof, it's going to be bad, Commander. And he's like, where's my son, basically? It's like, the drill processed and probably on his way to a stasis until they figure out how to get his powers in check, if they can figure it out. And Dick is like, he's just a kid, my son. So the laws don't work any different just because of who we are. And then he's like, you murdered an old man tonight, Brady. You better hope they work different. And then he's like, hey, let's be it. Whoa. Sorry, folks. In a public place. But he's like, it's like you murdered an old man. He's like, you murdered an old man tonight, Brady. You better hope they're different. He's like, that's BS. You think I wanted to shoot? I warned him to stand down, Dick. He made the choice. And to be fair, Alfred did make the choice, and he got shot as a result. It's like, don't cry to me about Jake's just a kid. My dad's in stasis, and I helped you put him in there, remember? It's like, and why was that again? Because that's what the world needs. It's like, we all make sacrifices for the greater good. But if you don't get that anymore, then we really are going to be better off without you. We don't need some washed up old superhero calling the shots anyway. So he tells him, tell us how you really feel, Brady. But we see that Dick is like, all right, you're right, Brady. I am an old superhero. Not sure about the washed up part. Oh, handcuffs gone. And he's like, oh shit. Whoop. We got a hand to the face, bam. And we see that Dick's son, Jake, is never saying like this, that his father reacts differently to trauma and makes him sharper and everything like that. And he goes for the slaps his head. He's like, oh, sleeper hold. Ooh, shh, relax. Just relax. Like, and Brady's out. So we see that Dick takes off his tie. He moves in. And he starts taking down all the guards like this. Bam, 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 bam. Nice panel like this. Boom. Swift takedown. Everything like that. So a crisis made him sharper. It brought things into focus. And then the only thing my dad was focusing on was me. So we see that Dick takes a hoodie. He flips out. Boom, boom, boom. I just like he does the whole thing. Wham. And then he's like, his body is not what it used to be. He was a wanted fugitive with a famous face, yeah. But none of that was going to stop him from stopping. He was going to get me back. That is, just as soon as he figured out where I was. So we see that he's in disguise. He's on the run, and we go to a certain house. Dad is getting his kids ready for school, and then we see that Dick is tapping on the window, and this turns out to be the house of Tim Drake. So we see that, are you absolutely sure you are clean? If you brought any of this to my house, and we see that Dick's like, no, I ditched my sensor cluster back in the city, stayed off the highway, and did 2 loops around the block here. I wouldn't have knocked if I weren't clean, Tim. And then, basically Tim's been following everything. And it's like, asks Dick if he knew he had powers, and it's like, no, I had no idea. And he tells Tim that he kept it literally away, literally away from him in a year, that he didn't know about it in a year. And I was going to talk to Kate today, but well, things boiled over. They killed Alfred, Tim, and then Tim's like, Jesus. So they're asking, like, why would Kate escalate this? Wouldn't you want to keep a lid on things, at least initially? It's like, I've been trying to figure out the same thing, but ultimately it doesn't matter. Bottom line is that they got Jake and I'm getting him back. And then he's like, as much as you're not going to want to hear this, is that really the best move here? It's like, I don't care, he's my son. So, it's like, what do you need me to do? There are only a handful of facilities that Kate could send him to. But I can't just, log in or anything. If you can get into the DDD, yeah, no problem. If they put him in the system, I'll find him. But beyond that, Dick, it's like, I know, it's okay. I appreciate this much. And he's like, what you did, given the circumstances, it was absolutely the right decision. It's what we needed, and it did make the world a safer place. Try not to lose sight of that, okay? So even though Tim is trying to help his son, he wants Dick to know, like, look, you did the right thing initially, taking away superpowers and everything like that. And then we see that his son is being processed in Central City. It's like, and he's like, yeah, I think I'm going to get in, but I need to make a stop first. So he heads to the Batcave, in disguise, of course, and the Batcave has been turned into a tourist attraction. And and since Bruce Wayne died before, I believe that it was the city that decided to make it a private museum. But there are still places that the public can't access, or the people who sold it to make it public don't know about. So Dick Grayson accesses the place, gets his old costume, picks up a couple of stuff, takes his bike, and heads on out. So we see that Miss Kane comes in, and then Catherine Kane comes in, and she's like, I was clear, really, really clear. I know, Miss Kane, but I offered him water like you said to, and he attacked me. And he's like, where's Jake? With our text, but I already put him in the system, like he's being transferred to Central City. I know Grayson, he'll figure out a way to view the files, and as soon as he sees this, that's where he'll head. I can scramble the Crusader team. It's like, no. It's like, no, you botched this. You blew your chance. It's out of your hands now. He'll be heading west for Central City facility. Bring him in. And then Jake explains the relationship between, Kate Kane. Well, I guess it's the same as Catherine said. Kate Kane and my dad had a complicated relationship. And we see this history, how they used to be superheroes, how, she was nice enough to go to Starfire and Dick's wedding, that she was that good of a friend. But, he mentions that Kate has had a military background, and she felt that being a vigilante wasn't the way to help justice, that she could help within the system. So she became working inside the system. And after her father died, she quit being a hero, and she became part of the Pentagon. So she helped put up the Crusader program together, but her higher ups told Dick to run it. And it seems that he's kind of resented him for taking her glory and job away. And she felt that still it wasn't like it was enough to warrant what she was doing now. She wasn't that petty. At least that's what my dad kept trying to tell himself. There was something else going on. There had to be. And then all of a sudden we see Green Lantern constructs. And he's like, I'm sorry, Dick. It's like, but I can't let you go any farther. And we see John Stewart, the Green Lantern, stop him. It's like, she's really sending in the big guns now, huh? So I guess that John somehow managed to keep his powers. I'm interested to see how that happens. So it's like, look, this whole thing has gone very out of hand. Kate recognizes that. She sent me to bring you in so you two can talk. Not sure there's much to talk about unless she's willing to guarantee Jake's safety, that he'll stay out of stasis. Is she willing to do that, Dick? Come on, don't make this harder than. That's what I thought. And so he uses a machine and starts fighting John, which blinds him out of his constructs. Is like the gauntlets work outside the hard light spectrum, meaning they can pierce your constructs. Sorry, John, but it's all open roads out here. I can't outrun you. Not as long as you have this ring. And then, of course, the ring blasts Dick away, and he's like, over my dead. And then we just see him getting wrecked. Body, boom, boom, boom. And then we just see old school Nightwing versus John Stewart. And then, it's like, you've got fancy toys. Good for you. So let's go ahead and pull those apart. So, John Stewart just starts going ham on Dick. And so he just tries with the smoke screen. Maybe not for me, though. And what good's a smoke screen if you can't see? And you just see him blow away the smoke. And he just sends out boxing hand. I can still just beating the snot out of Nightwing right here. And it's like what I said before about trying to find comfort in an old life. That may not apply here. This is Jake. Sure, perfect world, Dad figured he'd use Nightwing's gear to break in and save me, but that would be it. He really wasn't looking for his old life back. And then we just see John Stewart about to knock him out. It's like, if you know what's good for you, you'll stay down, Dick, or else I'm gonna croom. And he's gone. It's like, where? It's like, yeah, trust us, except there's one big problem. We just see the feelings mutual. We just see Dick in front of his old friends. Wally West. This has to be Wally West. And Starfire. With a haircut, of course. His old life came looking for him. So here we see Kyle Higgins is the writer, Trevor McCarthy's the artist, Dean White's the colorist, Clayton Kyle's the letterer. Trevor McCarthy did the cover. Diego Lopez is the assistant editor, and Alex Antone is the editor, and Mary Jenkins is the group editor. So this is a great book, nice book right here. We're now seeing the aftermath, and this time Nightwing's ready to go all out for his son and find him at whatever the cost may be. So we got to see some new characters. We got to see that it seems that Batwoman also had a major role to play in this. She helped create the Crusader program, but now she's harboring some resentment towards Dick. It's like now Kate is very unpopular these days. I mean, with what happened, you have a future Tim Drake that wants to kill her. Red Hood doesn't like her. Nightwing is like, but I can tolerate her, but not anymore. Whole Bat family doesn't like Kate. So anyway, thank you all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notifications. Make sure you're subscribed so you can get my content. Once again, I do these reviews for you, the people, because I want to review good comics and get my views out there. Once again, thank you all for watching, and I'll see y'all later.